right now, as you are entering the left side or attempting to enter the left side, what you're doing likely for very logical reasons, because you're trying to get this outside loop there, right, where the left poi is on the left side of the right hand. What you're doing is you're raising yourself up, which is probably causing stress through here, which is probably why you're getting some shoulder pain. So if you can, which you may need to physiologically to do that, what can help is maybe bending the arm a little bit more and then bringing this arm in a little bit. So instead of, because right now you're doing it sort of like that, where you're way up here. So instead of, sorry, I'm ducking under my arm. So instead of, it is what you're doing. Yeah, it's almost like it's almost like you're doing what I just did, where you're like looking underneath your arm. So if you can lower it down a little bit, you'll probably create less pain on that side. Also, you're not doing it on the other side. Now, it could also be when we started practicing, we worked on the right side first, but you have the right side now. Maybe you just need a little bit more time with the left side. And then the thing that might help you, the specific drill that might be helpful, is just practicing without your right poi, but with your right hand. And I would hold the ball in your hand, especially because you have such big balls. And yours are balls because they're contact balls, whereas mine, I mean, this is a sleeker line, I feel like, than the ball, which has a wider diameter. I mean, we all know size matters, whether or not we like to admit it. So I think if you hold your ball, it will help because it'll give you the relative placement that you need in terms of the width of how far out you need it to go. And then if you practice just what I call a hook, so if you pretend you're in the weave like this and then hook, just do that hook with that one side, that might help. And you'll notice now I'm not way up here, I'm lower down because of a couple of things. First of all, I'm not locking the elbow, which helps. Second, I'm not locking the other elbow, which helps. So if you bend both elbows and try and bring the elbows down, almost like, I guess a little bit like you're pinching your boobs with your triceps and biceps, like with the upper part of your arm. And then just practice. Even if you just, okay, I'm weaving. Okay, this next time when I go to my left, I'm gonna try and do that hook, boom. Okay, weaving. This next time I'm gonna hook, boom. Okay, this next time I'm gonna hook, boom. And just practicing that one part and getting it to a point where every single time you could just do the hook without having to lift the arm. That might really help, and it might alleviate the tension that you're feeling from the repetitiveness of trying to practice getting into it. For me personally, I find that downward dog, especially if when you're in the down position, you focus on really pushing your head towards your knees. If you're in your V, and instead of being like this, where you're like forward more, if you're focusing on really pushing yourself back like this so that your head is coming down, I feel like that can really get into the upper shoulder in a way that really helps open up. I mean, for me, it may not help your body, but if you haven't tried that, I recommend it.